All right. Welcome, everybody, to our Thursday night Basic Reset call. My name is Penny Kyle, and I am out of Central California. I absolutely love our Thursday night calls and our twice a month on Monday calls Tuesdays, the second and fourth Tuesday of every month with Fred Kaufman. It's our corporate call. Tonight, you're going to hear, I have 3 people who are going to share some testimonies with you, and I'm going to share a little bit about Basic Reset here real quick. Basic Reset, when you think about that name, think about when our cell phones and our computers go haywire. What's the first thing we do? Well, we reset them. So why not give yourself a basic reset? Now, think about this also. Are you facing challenges with your health that seem impossible to overcome? Do you have aches and pains that you've just accepted them as part of the aging process? And how about your get up and go, got up and went? Have you tried one diet after another or one diet product after another, but still can't get your weight under control? Have you ever looked in the mirror and wondered how you could get a facelift without expensive, dangerous surgery? Well, you guys, don't give up, because you've come to the right place. At Basic Reset, we have found answers to your concerns with safe, effective products, and they are definitely not going to break the bank. Our philosophy here is very simple. Start with the basic foundation of health and build on that. It's just like fixing cracks in the walls of your home. If your foundation is weak, patching those cracks is a waste of time, because they'll keep coming back. We can help you rebuild your foundation, and as many of our customers and affiliates say, it's like a new lease on life. Now, Basic Reset is a division of Biogenics, which was started by Fred and Kim Kaufman back in 2002. But now have expanded as an outlet to bring life-changing products to the world. These products are the result of over 40 years of research into health and nutrition. And later on this call, you're going to actually hear Fred. He's going to come on, and I think he has a testimony. And he's going to tell you just a brief bit about his research into health and nutrition. Now, I have the pleasure of bringing up somebody who I have met through Basic Reset. Now, our products, before we get started, I like to give a disclaimer here. The statements that you're about to hear have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration, also known as the FDA. The products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. All testimonials are from people or animals who have used the products and who have varied results. Now, we're going to have a few people come and speak to you all today that have some testimonies after using these products. Now, the first person I want to bring up, I met through Basic Reset, and you're going to hear a testimony about a man and his dog, man's best friend. So I want to bring up Joe Munzer. Are you here with us tonight, Joe?
Absolutely, Penny. How are you?
I am doing fine. I can hardly wait for you to share what has happened with your best friend Tobias. Can you share what happened, what you've been doing, and what you've been using?
Absolutely, my pleasure. Try and make this as brief as I can of everybody. We have 5 dogs, and our most recent rescue is Tobias. He's a Cairn Terrier. And if anybody knows anything about Cairn Terriers or terriers in general, you can never let them go off a leash. They're always going to go after whatever they see, whether it's a squirrel, a cat, a kid on a skateboard, or whatever. They just go, and you can't stop them. They have a mind of their own. But when we rescued Tobias, he was in pretty rough shape. He's about 5 years old, but he had a very bad case of Lyme's disease. and he had some dermatitis underneath on his underbelly. His skin was a little rough and what have you. But like I said, it was about almost 7 months now, 6-7 months ago, we rescued him. And throughout that entire time, he's been very low energy. And we'd actually take him out on a walk just to the neighbor's house down the block, walking next to him, but not on a leash because he wouldn't go after anything. He was just moseying along, very, very low energy. And all of a sudden one day, he did a runner. We got to him real quick, but it's kind of scary when a deaf dog gets away from you. I forgot to mention he's also deaf. And then after that, we said, okay, he's going to go on a leash. That's it. And the only thing that changed with what we did with Tobias was about 2 to 3 weeks prior to this happening is we started him on the aqualite and ionite water that I've been drinking for the past several months. Nothing else changed, nothing else in his diet, nothing else in anything. And all of a sudden, he had this burst of energy. So now we go out on walks. He has got this pep to his step. He's alert, and it's wonderful. And the other thing that happened, again, right about the same time, as I mentioned before, he is deaf. He doesn't hear anything. I can clap my hands in front of him. I could scream his name at the top of my lungs. He won't hear a thing. But right about the same time we noticed this energy in the dog, one of my other dogs, Augie, he's a mini schnauzer. He's got a loud bark. And every time I walk in the house, he goes nuts. He's happy to see us, and he just barks. And all of a sudden, I noticed Tobias started whining and whimpering once Augie started barking. So he started to hear the limited things, but his hearing started to come back. Is it going to go any further than this? I don't know, because at this point it's still the only thing he's hearing. But things have changed, and he's a different dog, and we just couldn't be happier.
Wow, that is incredible. Now, if many of you guys have seen, and maybe some of you haven't, I have got a Facebook fan page called Natural Healing for Pets. And if you would like to see a video of Tobias, if you go onto Facebook and you search Natural Healing for Pets, you will actually get to see Joe's dog in action. And he's so cute. And he's
awesome.
He is just trotting right along. And also, we've got another pet testimony that's actually on our website. If you go on the website link that someone's giving you.
I'm on the phone. Jeremiah studied already.
If you go
you
on
guys hear
the
me?
website, no, not yet. Hold on.
Okay, because that was on mute.
Click on testimonials. All you need to do is scroll down to the bottom. It'll say pet testimonials, and click on that, and you'll actually get to see my dog named Bentley and the miracle that we witnessed with him. So these products you can use on both humans and animals. Now, I know Fred Kaufman is on the line. Fred, did you want to say anything about, why the aqualite and the ionite is helping Tobias so much?
Yes, thank you, Penny. I first started finding out that it was helpful for animals with my own dog, and at one time I had 3 dogs that all of them were over 60 pounds. One of them was over 100 pounds. And, of course, we know just like having children, animals are not immune to getting health problems. And over again, I just found all sorts of different ways that these products could help. And then one of the dogs was a Chow Labrador mix. And if anybody knows about Chows, sometimes they have a problem with their eyelids, and especially the lower eyelid will start to curl and the hairs poke into the eye. And this happened to my dog. And so finally I had to take it in and have it operated on. And it was just a real minor surgery, but still had to have stitches. And so immediately when we got the dog home, we started spraying it with the ionite. And in just a few days, I think it might have been the 4th day, I called the vet and I said, I want to bring my dog in and get these stitches out. And he said, no. I said, well, it's already healed. And he said, it couldn't be. He said, 1 week. Kind of reminded me of this soup Nazi on Seinfeld. And I said, well, let me just bring the dog in and show him to you. And he said, no, it's not possible. And so I had to give in and didn't take the dog in. Well, a week later, when I took the dog back in, he had a hard time getting the stitches out because it had healed to the point that the stitches were now part of the eye. And he couldn't believe it. In fact, the eye was bleeding after he took the stitches out because he had such a hard time getting them out. And so then he was ready to listen. But it's amazing. How does it work? Well, there are a lot of different explanations. It's, of course, minerals. There are also organic complexes. And these are the building blocks that are in a plant that is the reason why the plant can manufacture the vitamins and other nutrients that are in our food. But a funny thing, if the plants are grown in mineral-deficient soil, the food is not going to have very high levels of nutrients. They go hand in hand. It's a direct correlation. Low minerals in the soil, low nutrients in the fruits and vegetables. But part of that also are these organic complexes. So we need to have the vitamins and proteins and other nutrients that we get from food, but we also need these organic complexes. Now, there's not a lot that's known about them. There is some information, but it's very limited because nobody's paying attention to it. It doesn't seem like a very important thing because it's such small amounts, and especially in our food nowadays where it's not grown in mineral-rich soil, these organic complexes occur in very, very tiny amounts, if at all. So when we found out about the organic complexes and other things that we did to dissolve the coral minerals to create the ionite, we realized that there was something else going on that couldn't be explained. And then we got a phone call from somebody, and they had the answer. They told us what it was. It's energy. Now, everybody knows about energy. You may not realize it, but you've had an experience with a magnet, I'm sure. You can't see it. You can't feel it. But you know a magnet has energy because you can make a paperclip dance around on a table before the magnet ever gets close to it. And yet you can't see or feel or measure that energy except with special equipment. Now, when we heard from this gentleman that he had tested our ionite and found that it had a very high energy level, I went to work trying to find a way that I could increase that energy level even more. So people often ask me, what's different about the ionite? Why is it better than other plant-based mineral products out there? Well, there's a lot of difference, and the main thing is this energy. So we can see that many of the colloidal mineral products on the market come in a quart bottle. They recommend you take 1 or more ounces a day. But the ionite is a 4-ounce bottle, and I'm here to tell you we have testimonials from even manufacturers of liquid mineral products that have used personally our ionite and found that it worked better. A 4-ounce supply did more in 2 weeks than a whole gallon of their product over the course of a month. And I could even go further and say even a gallon a month for years didn't do or didn't restore the health in the same fashion or at the same completeness as 4 ounces of ionite over a 2-week period. Now, that's a pretty bold statement, but we really do have the very best mineral products on the planet. There's nothing out there that is as complete and does more for water than the aqualite. And then you back that up with the ionite, with the organic plant complexes, and, of course, also minerals, plus the energy, and that's a 1-2 punch that really knocks out most of the symptoms of just about anything that could be wrong with humans or animals. And I'll give you one more example. This is my little testimonial. You probably heard me talk about it if you've watched the video on our website about having a problem with my neck. And I was able to completely resolve this issue that had me going to the chiropractor on a chronic level with the ionite. And I didn't even realize it. It took about 5 or 6 months, and I realized, I told Kim, I just realized I'm not going to the chiropractor anymore. And she said, me neither. And the interesting thing about Kim was she had been in a bad car wreck and had severe whiplash. And she was going to the chiropractor 3 times a week. In fact, that's why she called me in the very beginning. She was promoting the Aqualite for another company we sold to back in 95. And she wanted me to help her talk to her doctor to tell him about it. And she didn't even realize it, but she led me to the secret of how to invent the ionite in that very first phone call we had. Well, the same thing. She said, Fred, I'm not going to the chiropractor either. Now, just imagine going to the chiropractor 3 times a week, and I love chiropractors. We need chiropractors. They have a very important role in helping us to restore health. But the reality is most of them, and I'll say most just to be fair, don't understand why we don't hold our adjustments. So how could you explain that suddenly my condition where I had fallen and nearly broken my neck, my condition had cleared up. I was holding my adjustments. And Kim, who had had this bad car wreck, severe whiplash, she was holding her adjustments. The only thing different was we added ionite into the picture. We were taking that on a daily basis. So it only can be explained by the energy. The energy is like liquid acupuncture, and if you know anything about acupuncture, it's all about energy and these meridians and energy flowing back and forth through our bodies. And sometimes that energy gets blocked. And this is what I believe happens when you have a trauma and then you need a chiropractor to straighten out your spine, but it doesn't want to stay. And it's because that blocked energy was never taken care of. But the ionite has that energy that your body needs. And once you start taking it, suddenly this energy is not just flowing through the meridians, it's in every cell of your body. So just the other day, I hurt my neck. And I thought, oh, no. I had trouble looking up. It felt like my neck was locked, and I couldn't lean my head back. And also there was some pain. But only when I moved my neck a certain way. It wasn't pain all the time. So it wasn't anything like what had happened from the fall. So I got my little spray bottle of ionite. I sprayed it and wiped on my neck and wiped it all the way around the circumference of my neck. I leaned slightly forward. I took my eyedropper of ionite and let it drip down the curvature of my spine all the way to the tailbone, from the base of my neck all the way to the tailbone. And nothing happened. And I thought, well, that's odd. That's helped before. Well, I did it again later that day, and still nothing happened. And the next day, I told Kim, I said, I think I'm going to have to make an appointment with the chiropractor. This is uncomfortable. Now, again, it wasn't constant pain, but every time I moved my neck back or leaned my head back, I had this kind of a lock feeling, like I couldn't go any further, and there was a sharp pain. And so I called the chiropractor and made an appointment. And I continued on putting the ionite around my neck and dripping down my spine. I did it, I think, 2 more times. And I woke up this morning and I was able to cancel the chiropractor. Now, again, I love chiropractors. As they say, some of my best friends are chiropractors. They do have a very important role. There are times when you need to have your spine adjusted. But where the ionite comes in is it helps you hold that adjustment. And in some cases, I'm telling you, you can even feel as though you had the results of a chiropractic adjustment. My neck is perfectly normal, and I just can't explain it any other way than it's this energy. So that's my testimonial. That's my brief explanation, and you can watch the video of Bentley's Miracle where Penny was actually massaging the ionite into Bentley's spine. And I tell you what, it really is a video you have to watch with a box of Kleenex, because it'll bring a tear to your eye to see that little dog go from just laying in a cage to now running down the hall chasing his little ball. So, Penny, I'm going to turn it back over to you, and thank you all for joining us tonight.
Well, thank you, Fred, and wow, that's incredible how just by spraying the ionite on your neck and rubbing it in, that you got so much relief. But I've heard so many other people saying the same thing, and, yes, of course, Bentley. So I totally understand. So thank you so much for sharing that. Okay. Yes. Now,
you're welcome.
The next person that I'd like to bring up. I've known for a couple of years, and she has a really unique testimony. Martha Gutierrez, are you here with us tonight?
Yes, I am, Penny.
Oh, thank you so much for coming and wanting to share. Tell us a little bit about what happened, what you did, and what you were using in order to make you feel better.
Okay, well, my story is short but amazing. I'm not the only one amazed here. Everybody at my house is amazed with this. Last week I went to Vegas. I was feeling kind of sick, and so I went to sleep. I woke up the next morning to find that I had blood in my eye. So I, got a little scared. I didn't know what was going on due to the fact that I've had a stroke before. So I looked at it, and I didn't know if I should put eye drops on it or in it or what. I didn't know what to do. So I went ahead and I messaged Penny, and I asked her, I said, Penny, do you think this will work for my eye? Because I did call my eye doctor, and he can't see me until next month on the 27th. So I can't wait that long. But everybody in my house kept saying, you need to go to the emergency and get it checked. Well, I went ahead and I asked Penny. She said, yeah, definitely. And I did tell her, I said, I'm going to go to the ER, and I'm going to put it in my purse also because I wanted the doctor to see it first. And so I did. I took a picture before I went to the ER, and my doctor said, well, it's a broken eye vessel, and it's not going to go away right away. It would be maybe a couple of weeks, and it looks horrible. I mean, it looked horrible, and I didn't want to wait a couple of weeks. So I told my daughter, you know what, can you put one drop? She's like, Mom, you're not going to put that in your eye, are you? I said, yes, I am. She's like, are you sure? My daughter is studying medicine. So she's like, you can't do that, Mom. What if, it gets worse or it stings or what? I said, I'm putting it in my eye. I said, I've tasted it before. It's not sour. It doesn't taste like nothing. It tastes like water. So I'm going to put it in my eye. And she's like, okay. So one drop. I said, just one drop. Okay, one drop. Well, immediately the redness, most of the, I'm not going to say the whole thing, but most of the redness, if you guys seen my pictures, I posted pictures of that. And most of the red went away. And everybody's like, wow. When they saw me the next day, what did you do? And my daughter that put it in my eye, she said, Mom, that stuff really works. The doctor told you 2 weeks, and look, and it's like almost gone. So I am really, really grateful, thankful, amazed, whatever you want to call it, but it's gone. It's completely gone now. Completely gone.
Wow, and then
and I still haven't
when did this happen?
Last week on Wednesday. I woke up like that. Wednesday.
Wow.
Yeah, and then, and I'm saying one drop, just one drop, and it was almost gone.
Now, you're talking about the iodine, correct?
Iodine, yes. yes, it's the iodine, just one drop. I've been putting it every day, though, except for today, because it's gone. It's completely gone. Yes. Well, that's my story, Penny, everyone. That's my story. Look it up. I posted it. It's amazing. To me, it was amazing.
Yes, and in fact, if you guys all want to see the before and after pictures, Martha Gutierrez posted those in our Basic Reset Testimonials Facebook group. So go ahead and take a look, because when she showed me the first picture, I thought, oh my goodness. And then she showed me the after picture, and I'm like, wow, that's insane crazy. So
it was a wow. It was.
Fred, did you want to say anything about that?
Well, only to say that it's another one of those instances where we don't really have much of an explanation as to what happened, what the mechanics of it were. But I'll say this. We've seen this type of thing happen over and over again. What she's referring to is a broken blood vessel. If it had been under her skin, we would have seen this discoloration that we call a bruise. That's because you're looking at blood that came out of a vessel and it coagulated, and then you're viewing it through layers of skin, and so it has these sometimes purple and even can be black looking. Well, in the eye, you're actually seeing the blood. And so we have had instances over and over again. I was the first one that had the experience with a severe injury to my leg and put the iodide on, and this big bump that looked like the size of a hard-boiled egg under my skin was gone, and the bruise, which was the size of the palm of my hand and all black and purple, was gone in less than 2 hours. I don't know how quickly it went away because I didn't look at it again for 2 hours. But it was so amazing. The pain stopped immediately. The bruise and bump were gone. And this is the one type of testimonial that brings contention with doctors. And I have said this before in the presence of medical doctors, and they say to me, it's not possible, because it takes the body 7 to 10 days to get rid of that coagulated blood. And it's all due to macrophages. It's kind of a complicated process, but these macrophages come in and start taking the blood clot apart, the coagulated blood, and then you slowly see the bruise go away over a period of 7 to 10 days, sometimes 2 weeks. My wife and I have visually seen an injury to her leg or foot, and the bruise was gone in 5 minutes. So can you imagine the doctors couldn't believe 2 hours? You'd think they would have believed 5 minutes. But we've seen this happen, and we've had other people report the same thing. How does it do it? I don't know, but I'll say this. When your cells get what they need, when your body gets what it needs, it is a miraculous process that it can go through to heal itself. But it has to have these raw materials, and apparently whatever it is the body needs is in the ionite. So that's the best explanation I can give, but I'm just so excited. I just love hearing these testimonies.
Absolutely. And, you know, somebody said just the other day that our ionite is kind of like first aid kit in a bottle. And I'm telling you, I always make sure I have a bottle in my car, one in my medicine cabinet, and one in my kitchen.
Yeah, forget your American Express card, but don't leave home without a bottle of ionite.
Exactly. Wow, thank you so much, Martha, for coming on and sharing that information. And also, Martha also created a Basic Reset in Espanol fan page. So she's got a lot of the information that is on our website translated into Spanish. So, and it looks absolutely fabulous. So find Martha Gutierrez on Facebook, and I know she'd be more than happy to share that with you. So thank you so much. Now,
thank you, Penny.
You know, oh, you're welcome. This Basic Reset has been such a breath of fresh air. You know, there's in this industry of network marketing, there's so many companies out there that, you know, require you to pay anywhere from $20 all the way up to sometimes $1,500 to get started. Here at Basic Reset, we don't charge you a dime. It's absolutely free to become an affiliate here at Basic Reset. And again, with saying that, all these companies that charge money in order to, you know, have the privilege of selling their products, a lot of them, if not most of them, also make you pay an auto ship every single month or make you purchase products or services just to qualify to be paid the commission you've already earned. Now, here at Basic Reset, we don't have an auto ship. You don't have to purchase any products in order to be paid out your commission that you've earned. You know, to me, this is like revolutionary. Most people in this industry have said it's never going to work. But we're here. We are here today proving that this business model does work. It's free to become an affiliate and to share these wonderful products. You never have to purchase a product, but I guarantee you, once you read about the products that we have and hear how it's helped so many people and animals, you're going to want to be on these products. And like I said earlier, these products do not break the bank. They are so inexpensive, it's insane. We, as affiliates, when we refer others, customers, or other people who want to become an affiliate, you're going to earn 35% commission on every sale. This is a true direct sales company. So 35% on anyone that you personally bring into the company that purchases products or customers. Well, we're going to go even farther than that, because on that second level, you know, anyone that you bring in, if they want to bring in an affiliate, you're going to earn 10% commission on their sales, and we're going to go even farther than that. And on the third level, you're going to earn 5% commission on those sales. That is an unheard of 50% commission within 3 levels. And I've been in several companies where, you know, you could get paid down, you know, through infinity and never get up to 50% commission. And another thing that we do is we pay our affiliates weekly. Originally, we were being paid on the 1st and the 15th, but we changed that to every Wednesday. It's no longer considered hump day here at Basic Reset. It's called payday. And we added something else. You could actually come in to Basic Reset, become an affiliate, and never pay anything to become an affiliate. And you're going to get a beautiful replicated website. You're also, going to get a fantastic back office that has so many different things that you can do. We've got a news feed in our back office. You can have friends in your back office called your circle. I mean, it's kind of like a mini little Facebook in itself, but just for Basic Reset affiliates. And as you make sales, every 24 hours, your back office updates. And your commission for the previous 24 hours goes into something called a wallet. You could technically get in this business for free and never have any money out of pocket, because you can actually use your commission that's put into your wallet in your back office to purchase your own products before the commission's actually paid out to you on Wednesdays. We've had several people come in and do that. Now, I know a lot of times people say a free business, okay, you're making pennies on the dollar. That's just not so. And, you know, I've had the pleasure of helping several people who have never been successful in an online business, in a home-based business, finally making money. And not only that, it's doubling and tripling every single month. You are in the right place at the right time. So whomever asked you to please get on this call and listen to some testimonies and hear a little bit about our company and how you can make some extra money, get back with them as soon as this call's over, because you want to get started right away. We have a Facebook group. We have trainings on the 1st and the 3rd Monday of every month, and you have got a ton of support. We are here to help you become successful, answer questions, and we've got another Facebook group that's just for testimonies, and we also started a Facebook group for our Miracle Facelift Mask. We have another Facebook group that is for recipes using basic reset products. So again, I want to thank you guys for taking time out of your free time to get on this call tonight and listen. And if you've got any questions, get back to the person who invited you here tonight. Everyone have a blessed, great evening. Bye-bye.